We good. We good.
Это вообще приходит без приглашения.
We live. Nice. Hello, guys. Okay, walk with them streak. Thank you, Sora. Hello, good morning, guys. Good morning. I'm going first to the bakery. Where's Sultan? I'm gonna get some croissant. Some dank ones. And then you're going towards the fast food chain thingy. The EVOS one. I'm grabbing some coffee too. Hey, hey Siggy, hey Pony, hey Quack, hey Boss Face, hey Dick, hello guys. Hey Dreamote, hello. That's a lot of kids, dude. Because the lessons are over. Doing good, boss. He's doing good. Doing good. Damn, I see. As I say, being productive and waking up at 6 a.m. is nice. Sure does allow you to do more stuff during the day. Atia doing good, boss. Face doing good. Some rest. Booked some stuff already for the IRL trip next week. Not everything yet though. Figuring out some things still. Going for some adventurous way to save some money on that one. Yeah, going to be an adventurous one. Нам вообще надо было туда перейти, чтобы в Софию. We need to cross here. Hopefully, Siggy, hopefully. Hopefully no incidents. I'll probably send next like Tuesday or something, we'll see. I will try to fit the postal office in the IRL streams maybe. So I can send it all on stream even. At the central postal office here. It's kind of like located pretty good for the sightseeing routes, so should be good. Should be good. Spoil the spicy thing? No, I'm not gonna be showing anything. There's gonna be like addresses and stuff, dude. Of course I'm not gonna be showing that. I'll probably like, you know, handle my cam different and just kind of like send it real quick and then return. So you'll see it from the distance, I guess. Maybe. There's gonna be a lot of people though, potentially. I have a feeling. No, this is the local bakery chain. Как думаешь, какой возьмем? Ну, ягодный, самый вкусный, по-моему, да. Угу.
Ягодный один из своих этот.
Покусанный.
Ага. И второй это
А миндальный, походу, только один.
Давай что, один миндальный, может, какой-нибудь.
Ну, ягодный можно.
Давай.
Видите, фисташковые тебе понравились?
Я могу и фисташку сказать.
Но мне он что-то как-то так себе был. Как скажешь. Я могу миндальный тогда взять.
Ну давай так и сделаем.
Угу. Ну, я пока поснимаю.
Пока проверю, какой лекарство.
А, ну да, кстати. Yeah, it has some Mega Napoleon there. Massive, huh? And these dots. Это на улице куда? Alright. Foreign got the croissants. I'm gonna stay here outside for now. Not that many people actually. The line's gonna be fast at least. The line's gonna be fast at least. Да, скорее всего.
Будешь показать круассан, пилюш потом?
Ну, а потом, да. Уже дома тогда. В принципе, можно, наверное, дома я на другую камеру переключусь.
Ну, не понятно,
А,
просто размер.
yeah. The massive croissants. The croissant size. Gonna eat that later. Still have a bit of walk in there. How much? I think the pistachio one is like almost $3, and the almond one is like $2, I think.
It's like 5 and 5.
Now all together. Yeah, so like $5.50 for two. Like different are different. You'll see. So they are kind of expensive here too. Then, if you have €3 or €4 there. And not that far in terms of price then. And basically for the price of the pistachio croissant, you can get like a fucking plate of plov basically. Pretty massive one too. So they do be kind of expensive, but they're also quite nice. The berry ones are like the best ones really, for my personal at least taste, with like raspberry and stuff. Yeah, really nice, and they're kind of cheaper than pistachio one at least. Yeah, still kind of like a couple of bucks, I think. Still a couple of bucks. Enough bread to feed the family for that price? Yep. For sure, for sure. I mean, you can get a kilo of rice with the meat. If you don't mind kind of a bit less meat, and more rice, kind of more budget version, you can get a kilo for that money almost. Yes, they were like returning, passing this metro station in the evening, kind of like in rush hour, I guess. Like, holy shit, dude. Amount of people trying to catch, like, the bus or just a ride. There's like a line, I don't know, like 300-400 meters line, I guess, along the road, and just like people, and everyone catching rides together too also, so like if they go in the same direction, everyone just like piles in the car. That's it. No kind of buses like that, I guess, but the line was insane for this one even. Bunch of national clothes. Already was enjoy. Gideyim imzala. My favorite local street food place. I grabbed that on stream before. Probably will be more. Oh, the strawberry on sale already. It begins. The first yields. Vediamo qua che sì. Can't work because some stuff is fucked there. Didn't fix something still? It's the same ticket stuff. And the same ticket system issue. There's something new now. Oh, the basic, I guess. And still not fixed. Miután missed some croissant action. Well, there will be consumption of said croissants though, so not completely. As you work, I see. Why not? Why not? Nice, Sultan, nice.
Valla ama sizde sim kartlar yesin mi?
Hey Hector, hello. Hey Remix, hello guys. Oh damn Hector, I see. Enjoy man, enjoy. Enjoy it. Thank you sir, thank you. Good luck returning also. Safe travels. Yeah, we kind of lost month. A little bit. Already booked the flights today. We're ready now. Ready to depart. Will be kinda sad, yeah. Good. Nice city indeed. Так. Это за кофе. И тогда где-нибудь по дороге, либо у банка встретимся. Alright, friends, going to the bank. I'm gonna grab some coffee. Салам алейкум. Раф 2. Ванильные. А, там больше вышло, что ли? Нет, а там... Это за один было?
Да.
А, нет, два. The tips. A very fitting one. The tip jar with I'm tired boss picture. Does seem very fitting. Yeah, we're gonna go to that one on that other side. We'll go to that one soon. Just gonna grab some coffee and then go see if my friend will manage to deal with the bank stuff fast. It should be pretty fast though, it kinda depends. Yeah, the insane Chinese buses. Mostly running on gas. No gasolina. Yeah, but they season everything. And one ride is like 20 cents basically, something around that. Something around that. The bus stop pavilions here. But don't stay outside. If you use like special up thingy, then you pay 1,700. That is like 15 cents even for the ride. Si pone, sì. Yeah, like all Central Asia is pretty much like running on Chinese buses. I think Georgia with Armenia also getting a bunch of Chinese ones now. And they have a lot of like the ones at Europe also subsidized and everything. And now I think they're also getting a bunch from China. Yeah, it's like the local coffee chain. A coffee is like $2.50 basically. There is also a bus stop in front, just kind of like merged with the fast food place. No, more Chinese electric cars. I'm not sure which this one is even. Actually, not so sure. Is it Chinese even? Deepal? Maybe something Indian? Not so sure actually. Not so sure. Close? Yeah, it is quiet. It is quiet. Not completely. Ahmad? No, уже все.
Да.
There we go. Got them. Yeah, and the friend is done too. It doesn't have the border. If I remember correct, I'm also not like, you know, that crazy well versed. No borders there. But the neighboring countries do have borders. It's like the whole Central Asia is basically employing a lot of stuff there. And a lot of tourism. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if they produce them here. Actually, I think BYDs might be produced here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. I think they have manufacturers here to produce BYDs also. So Chevrolet is here and BYD is here. Yeah, I think flying ones are mostly kind of like, you know, just big drones, somewhat. The underwater ones, not so sure. But I mean, I wouldn't really be surprised. And the flying ones are there, but I don't think it's actually a car. One of the streamers who actually was there in China recently actually wasn't that car. But that was more of a drone, really. Like it was, you know, just purely flying thing, I think. And he wasn't really like, you know, piloting it either. Like it was like remote pretty much. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna finish the coffee. bus stop part, and then there is the fast food part. This is here. Будем брать?
А кто тут постарался?
Клаб сэндвич. Но не здесь.
Ну да. Это потому что сейчас нам что-то очень другое.
Я шаурму хотел взять просто как бы.
А он как тебе, это зеленый чипсер, непонятно.
А,
С мугой интересно.
с курицей, по-моему. Из того, что я видел, во всяком случае.
Он зеленый. С курицей.
Угу.
Ну, по-моему, нормальный вариант. Мне лично.
Не, я бы обычный, наверное, взял.
Ну, то есть по соседству, который или что-то, или который в Пите.
Не, завернутый в соседство, да. Может, просто камбу взять.
А и как будто здесь.
Ну, вот слева которая.
Ну да, да. Видишь, они без фидеров, они просто лаваш мини.
Ну да.
Слушай, на мне фидеры хватит, потому что у меня там еще курица.
Ну, у тебя вон фит плюс комбо есть с очком.
Фит плюс один, который
Угу.
и какой-то сотный.
Угу.
Ну, наверное, то самое. Ты будешь заказывать или я?
Давай ты еще, я только еще какую взять, не знаю. Они все мини.
Ну, ты вон Нескомбо можешь взять. Как раз. Ты можешь вон Нескомбо взять какой-нибудь или ход комбо.
Ну да, ход комбо 1. Нет, ход комбо 2, наверное.
Ход комбо 2 и фит плюс 1.
Угу.
Здравствуйте, будьте добры, ход комбо 2, да?
Угу.
Ход комбо 2 и фит плюс 1. Фит плюс 1. С собой. Пять восемь, пять шесть. 5-6.
Like their own delivery service still.
Хорошо. 5 минут. Я покурю пока.
Угу. Oh, now we wait soon. Oh, the DoorDash is basically this thing though. This guy there. This one is, but they have their own, like a local delivery also. MKHPLL. Yeah, a bit more fresh today actually, not super hot. Yeah, Yandex is a Russian company, but it's also like in a lot of like, the neighboring countries. They do taxi, they do deliveries, a little bit of everything. Yeah, they have like the fit kebab there. Siektörde, I see. Not that one, not that one. East European Google, yeah, that's a good one. That's how it started actually, and then went also like full Uber, full DoorDash, full everything. Cheeseburger, yeah. It's pretty hot inside of here now. Like they're not doing any AC yet. I guess it's still kind of cold enough for Uzbek people, you know. Of the megacorp, it is pretty big, yeah. I wonder where this chocolate thing now. It's like a little Nutella or something, I wonder. Yeah, Yandex is massive and they also kind of like branching out now, so they, you know, so they're not Russian company kind of anymore. Trying to be at least. Where's my friend? He has the receipt. We'll already need to pick it. Alright. Got them. Да ладно, чё? No problem, перейдем пока. Go cruise while it's time. It's a really fast light here. Yeah, all the IELTS schools. There it is. Learn the language to peace out. The motto of almost everyone. People kind of dripped. It's kind of like, you know, like this kind of business casual, I guess, in a way. It's kind of popular. I do like that. I do like that. It's very nice. Just make $1 per hour. It kind of depends, actually. Like in many places, many countries like this, like in Russia too. Like if you're a native speaker, for example, like if you're gonna be from, you know, from Britain especially, like bro, you can make some top dollar. You could at least before. Not sure about nowadays. Nowadays, you're probably gonna be better off if you're a Chinese native speaker. You don't need no education, nothing. Like all you need is being a native speaker. That's it. Well, I mean, same kind of goes with different languages, but you know, the demand in different languages, I guess, kind of lower. Lunchtime there, yeah, basically. Pretty much. Well, it's also a metro station here, so there's always like a lot of action. Always a lot of action here. Oh, Hamilton. Nah, you'll catch some at least. You'll catch some at least. Not gonna be like some mega long yapping session today. And not gonna be a long one. Just gonna consume. Check what else under the menu there. Maybe a little bit of like planning stuff, and that's it. It's warming out during the lunch. Maybe students and stuff too. Some already probably done with schools and everything. Consume the food, yeah. There's another metro entrance here. Another focus point. And then you also have like all the street food and all the like random markets right outside of the metro. All the buses and stuff too, so people switching, you know, from metro to buses and Metro 2333. Here you can actually get like the dank experience though with Metro. Like I showed on one of the streams, I think. Like wasn't exactly in the metro, but it was kind of like in the underground passage that was connected to Metro. And yeah, they had the vault doors there. It's actually kind of nice because like in Moscow, for example, I think all the vault doors, they kind of like, you know, camouflaged sorta, like locked them out and stuff, so they're not really that noticeable, you know. And here they just have all those like massive, you know, mega doors, no problems. So you can actually see that. It's the same, like, you know, type of metro. Like, obviously all the Soviet, you know, engineers and everything building in all the ex-Soviet Union metro stations. So they're all very, very similar. They're all very beautiful too. At least the old ones. The new ones already, I think, both like in Moscow and here already not that beautiful. Like, it's more about the practical usage now rather than, you know, being the museum. Mega гонка. And see you around there someday. Well, this city is not even like the best for that. This one is actually good to live, you know, rather than like travel. To travel, you probably want like Samarkand and stuff, which we're gonna go soon. Those places are way better for sightseeing. It's just nice to live. Infrastructure and everything, all the stores and stuff. There ain't a lot of like, you know, actually things to sightsee that much because of like the earthquake and everything. A lot of like actually old things were destroyed. But I mean, if you also like into some sort of like, you know, the insane Soviet constructivism and stuff, you can find a lot of that here. Technically in pretty much any post-Soviet country, but here it's kind of like, I would say, more authentic, I guess. And they didn't try much to get rid of it, I guess, let's put it that way. And in the first place, it was like very similar. Same probably is kind of in Minsk, but yeah, that's Belarus, that's already, you know, depends if you want to travel there or not. No, there's another BYD. Peeking into the daily lives, I see. And that sense is really nice here. I like it, I like it. It's the first place in all of my travels where I would actually love to stay. Like long term, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't actually mind. Returning back home. The actual tourist spots. Well, I mean, we've been yesterday, for example, on IRL stream, right? And week before, yesterday, last Tuesday. It will be next Tuesday too. No, not really. Like, you can get some sightseeing stuff here, obviously. It's capital. So, like, you can just take metro and get the taxi or something, and you will get there. Well, the capital city is always still, like, at least there's a lot of, like, beautiful things, you know, to watch. Well, I mean, from South Korea, you can get here no problems. If you really want to, Need to look into the visa stuff, but I don't think you need. I think South Koreans should have like no problems being here. At least like 2 weeks, I think, is allowed for everyone to stay like with no visa. I think you just get like the special kind of like the hotel like registration thingy, and they just kind of like give you like the special, you know, paper where you live and where you're registered. You like pay a little bit extra on top of that, not much. Yeah, I see, Victor, I see. And the hotel does that for you. Like you basically just enter with like 2 weeks grace period, sorta. At least for Russians that works like this, but I'm pretty sure for many countries probably. 2 weeks grace period, and then wherever you live, the hotel and stuff, they just register you. You just pay a little on top of what you had in booking. Like $5 more or something, I guess. I don't know exactly, don't remember exactly. But it's like few couple bucks per day. And then you stay. Technically even for a while, I think you can. And you should have direct flights there, I think. It's kind of not really the cheapest hotels and stuff here, I have to say. Like some cities have alrighty ones, like reasonably priced, and some cities are just like too expensive for no fucking reason. Like I was booking some places yesterday for my IRL trip, and like I basically like didn't even book in one of the cities because I just booked in another one. And even if I go and just like, you know, rent a taxi pretty much from one city to another, I'm still gonna save money that way. So I was gonna stay like for 2 nights in one city and skip another one, just because like for no reason expensive as shit. Well, not this shit obviously, it's still kind of cheap, right? But trying to keep it on the budget. Actually visit to live in an apartment for like kind of long term. That I'm not sure about, like the citizens of different countries. For us it's simple. For us, you just like when you rent, they need to register you in again. So you go with the owner, which I'm actually gonna do tomorrow in the morning. Might be a little late because my 6 months is almost over. We need one more month. So you go with the owner to the special department. They get your info there, pay like special tax, special fee, and that's it. And you live. As long as you kind of rent, you can live. Like unlimited amount of time, I think. But that's for us though. I'm not sure how is it for different countries. Hey Steve, good morning. No emotes on phone. Wait, what is up? What is up? No, hotel not gonna mess you up, but in terms of money, it's gonna be expensive. Like if you want to come stay like a month or something or more, yeah, it's probably better to try to find some rentables. Maybe Airbnb, not sure. I haven't checked Airbnb here actually on the booking. The flights are cheap, but doing kind of like the visa run stuff. Well, it depends how long you're allowed to stay with no visa. Just the stamp runs are viable. Like if you get a couple of weeks, you can just like go to Kazakhstan from here, for example. It's like literally like a couple of hours maximum, and you in one also like pretty big city in there. Like some people do that, and the border is like really close too, so some people, instead of getting registration and stuff, just do that. Not sure why though, because you still kind of like mandatory getting registration if you live somewhere, if you rent something. Go them until 9 p.m. even, holy. That doesn't sound nice. That doesn't sound nice. Good luck, man, good luck. Hope it will be faster. Hope it will be faster. Can you work at least still? Can you do the work still? Alright, gonna be cutting it in a bit. Gonna be turning it off, getting up to the PC and resuming. Can't work like that, I see, I see. Not with mobile internet, well I assume that one is even worse. And that one is probably pretty bad. Alright, getting things turned off now in a moment. And then we'll be back in like 5 minutes. 5 to 10. What is this? Yeah, missed a little bit of action there. That's too slow. Cat was trying to hunt down the bird. And bird was not giving a shit. Alright. Be right back. Alright, one sec. Oh, there we go. Nice. That's what Twitch was doing with the chat, I guess. Kick. Oh, no fish get in. No fish get in. Fish get on vacation. Right. Gotta get the food again. We check it out 1 moment. Alright, sorry. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. Done. Alright, done with this. Okay. Good. Gonna get the SIM card in then, I guess. It's kind of like not even like that hot today, but felt pretty odd though somehow. Let's keep now. It's like plus 20. Some wind too, so like not too bad, but somehow still feel like it was kind of hot. I just want to get the SIM card in. And before I forget, from the IRL in. From the modem and stuff. Alright, in with them streaks. Thank you, sir. Thank you. How we doing, man? Alright, SIM card is a book. There we go. There we're done. Goes here. Thank you, Region. Nice, nice. Well, I love this boy here. And then, well, I mean, it's called mini. It would be nicer if it would be a bit more than that, you know. Not gonna lie. But I guess there is also massive croissant later, so that's actually not too bad. Not like it's like tea. Tea, then you have, well, the tea. So this is literally just like hot water there, I guess. Yep, without anything, alright. Well, it is what it is, I guess. At least in Moxway it was nice that they had some sort of, like, some sort of kind of like tea. Not the tea, but like some fruit drink that I got last time. At least something more interesting than just, you know, the tea bag tea. A little more interesting than that. And you can get like some soda and stuff. And get a coffee, I would assume, could also be something like this too. Should just like get like, you know, just separately, just a big kebab. That would be probably better. And kind of similar in price still. Because all you get from this combo is basically the tea bag that I can make at home, no problems. And like the small fries also. These fries are good though. I'll take it. But still, would be better off just getting the big kebab roll. There he is. They call it here lavash. Even though lavash is like the name of the flatbread, huh? Not the whole dish with it, I guess, but yeah, why not? Usually, basically, like all kind of post-Soviet space is called shawarma most of the time. In Armenia, in Georgia, in Russia. Here they call it lavash. And they have shawarma in their menu though. I'm gonna scroll actually, show the menu too. But it's something completely different though. I think. But yeah, doing good, doing good. Just got some local food here. The dessert from local bakery. I'm just gonna consume it real quick. I'll go over a little bit more planning stuff and play the glorious Zoltan game, a new update. And basically, you gotta see what's there, what Zoltan made there. The mega difficulty modes and stuff. Let's see which place I'll go next week then. Because technically, at this point, that's like the main types of the fast food chains here. You either get the club sandwiches that I had last week, or you have like different forms of kebab. We'll see. Like, they're more or less standard, and there is no like kind of like cool, interesting, you know, fast food thing here. And they all repeat each other here. And go to some like rip-off KFC maybe or something they have here. We haven't tried actually. The rip-off versions, only the OG. Let's see what's with that. This boy here. Nope, this is mega meat, dude. It's literally meat only. Just the lamb. Oh. So stew, of course, but meat. And really thin bread too, because it just kind of like rips apart now. Some tomato, but not sure actually. Maybe it's kind of like part of the sauce though. Tastes nice though, I have to say. Tastes pretty good. And the meat is not bad, huh? Yeah, not sure about getting that combo. Should just instead get like the big boy like this instead of the mini. Wouldn't lose too much in money. I totally would get more goodies. Like one thing that is always true, pretty much all around the country here. Well, all around Tashkent at least, but I assume the country too. And then there's gonna be a lot of meat, man. And they're not scamming you with that ever. It's supposed to have some filling. There's gonna be a lot of filling. They're not trying to fleece you with that. This was really nice, actually. Like the best one here, I'm not so sure. Like we actually ironically didn't really eat a lot of the kebab rolls. Like on the plate, sure. Rolls, not that many. It's like third time maybe, I guess, I eat it. That was really good. Maybe one of the best around them. At least out of the chain ones. That is good, eh? Let me open them. The menu then. Where are these? Oh, there is the one. And there it is. Like they translated like from Russian, I guess. Instead of like breakfast, it's literally just the Russian word just in English letters, basically. But they still added the S in the end, though, so they still tried. They still tried, but that's quite the translation there. Like my roll didn't have like this fancy searing there, you know. They didn't have that. Didn't have that. Scamosa. Scamosa. Just Scamosa. Okay, one sec. I'm just gonna remove that. The modem, the needle from the SIM card. So I'm not eating that by accident. The croissant master. Yeah, we have that here. We do have that here. There's the croissant. One moment. I'll show you. But I should get like the big plate for this one. Holy shit. Bruh. It's compared to me there. Like, dude, this little plate can handle it, you know, can handle it. It's a small one, of course, but still. Like, dude, the fuck is this? The chunk, dude, the chunk. Yeah, this one is like $2, and this one is 2 with almond, a bit more than 2, and the pistachio one is 3. I wasn't like really super impressed with this. Like the best one is the berry one, to be honest. But the berry ones today kind of looked a little, you know, like the glaze was a little kind of like damaged or something. So we decided not to. But the berry ones are like they kind of like, well, not the cheapest, but kind of cheap-ish. And the gem inside is like the gem and the glaze is so good. Eh? Like the gem is actually like raspberry and stuff, like fresh one, you know. Basically, it's so good. Like Not some sort of, you know, like taste of raspberry, but the actual raspberry you can feel, you know, the little seeds and everything too. It's so good. Too many ingredients? Well, I mean, to be honest, there's just like the almond cream, like the almond, you know, flakes thingies, and some sugar powder. It looks like it basically. But yeah, like if you can get like a cheap, just plain croissant, I love that stuff here. Like we actually bought once the croissants for the stove, that you can like bake fresh sort of, right? The problem is like this thing is like 28,000, I think, which is like $2 pretty much, right? 28,000 sum for this chunk. And the ones that you needed to bake was for like small plebs, and that one was like twice the price of this one, like 55,000. So I was like, dude, why even? I was gonna go get this like for the price of 4 small ones that you also need to bake and everything, and they're just gonna be plain. You can just go and get 2 like chunks like this that's gonna be like tasty with something and everything, and like, and we did it once, never again, and never again. All right, let's see. Added some new things there. And there's the Bolini. Got some burgers there and stuff too. Yes, I pretty much got this one. Hot combo too. The thing is, yeah, like the tea is literally just kind of like, you just get like the cup of the boiling water with the tea bag. So yeah, that I rather probably skip, to be honest. I can do it at home myself, you know. So like 41,000 it was. How much is just getting? You have to get the big one, dude. That's the Skamaz, basically. Like, so the combo has like the mini one. Dude, the difference is like 2,000. Like, I wonder how much bigger this one is. Man, now I wanted to see that in action. We'll see, maybe. Is it beef? Is water? Here's a bag, yep. Oh, you kind of pay so much for that shit here. Like, why? Oh, they do have those drinks also here. Okay, they have that. Punch, I guess. That's one I got in the Boxway. It was, I think, kind of the same price, maybe a bit cheaper. That one was nice though. Even though I got raspberry and blackcurrant, I got something else. The bunch of lemon, I think I got, or something. I don't remember. It was nice though. Special flavoring sour cream. Wait, what is this? Shaker. Wait, what is this? It's just like a bag with the sauce. Smetana vapiosa. So sour cream with onion. Smetana is like the same in Russian, basically. Vapiosa already kind of did learn, I guess. You can just get yourself like the snacks like that there. Yes, the combo seems kind of Skamaz a bit. They have like small fries, just like tea bag. So like you pretty much kind of like maybe saving a bit on the fries. I would just get a big chunk though instead. At least I have a big chunk of a croissant though later, so I'm totally not gonna be, you know, hungry or something. But that was small. My friend got this one, like just the chicken meat with some salad and everything. I'm gonna ask him for the review of that stuff. The Rindviches? The fuck? It's pretty much kind of like the same also with the flatbread, just kind of like shaped in the triangle there. Yeah, they call this shawarma though. Not so sure. Not so sure how authentic that is, huh? Because I think shawarma is usually the wrap and the flatbread, huh? This one actually would be kind of like some donut or something properly, I would assume. Huh? And the big ones, burgers, quadrich. Yeah, not sure how the burgers are there. Burgers we tried in one local chain. It was actually kind of alright. It was alright, nothing crazy. But like the like Wendy's burgers here, for example, that one was like atrocious, dude. Like holy shit, that was so bad. Huh? I like how they have like a yummy sausage, right? That's a yummy one. And then you have Canadian turkey sausage. So this one is not yummy, I guess, I assume. That's the difference, man. That's the difference. This one specifically, you know, stated what kind you get. That's the classic meme Canadian sausage that I was talking about last week. Any hot dog, any like, you know, how they call it, like pigs in blankies or something, right? Or something like that. Anything like that, any dish with the sausages you get, chances are really high you're gonna have those Canadian sausages in there. Which, I mean, they're not bad. It's just like that taste is everywhere. Everywhere. Like all the post-Soviet space is like littered with those sausages. In Georgia, I think we haven't tried anything with sausages actually in Georgia, really, so I can't say. In Armenia, there is like whatever you get with the sausage inside is gonna be that Canadian sausage. Anything you get here is gonna be Canadian sausage in there. You only have the yummy sauce there? Yeah, not sure. Actually, how did they call it in Russian then? They just literally call it like tasty. Appetizing. Appetizing sausage and Canadian sausage. Alright, that's how they call it in Russian then. Let's see. Let's see how it is. The Canadian ones aren't appetizing, dude. And these they call subs now. So like any, like, you know, like the cut bread from the hot dog, pretty much, I guess. And just with kebab meat, that's a sub now. I didn't grill my kebab with this thing. Scammed. Fries are kind of expensive then, if you think about it, like compared, right? Like small bag of fries is like 1/3 of like big like kebab roll, basically. I would probably skip the fries then. Not gonna lie. But like big fries or 8 nuggies. Yeah, I think I would go with nuggies, man, honestly. A bread shoot? No, bread here is like... all bread is top tier, dude. I doubt it. I doubt they use that stuff here. Why not just get kebab? Yep, it's just like pretty much like all the fast food chains here, they're based on kind of like different forms of kebab most of the time. I think that's how a lot of them probably started, really. Hey, Monishav, hello, good morning. I think that's how they just kind of started the business, most likely, right? Just started as some sort of like, you know, good kebab corners, then things got good, opened another spot, and then tried to start some sort of like, you know, like maybe franchise and like some sort of like style and everything for the brand menu, I would assume. But yeah, it's pretty much like 80, actually, let's compare. I'll do a bit of that. Like the one I'm just gonna open them. Last week. Aktepala wash, let's do also. That one we've been to with my friend. We'll see if I'll go there on stream because it's literally the same again. 1 second. Soundtrack. A bit different one, just repeat stuff. I'll go with this one. Yo, Nieto, good morning. How we doing? Could be, Utan, could be. Could be. The insane lore there. Alright, 1 sec. Aktepala wash. And some promo codes. Ooh, I need to look into that. I know that back home, for example, like those promo codes were like big value. Like you get some really nice things from that. Oh, nice, Elliot, nice. Doing good. Yeah, you get like the Maxway where I was last week, for example, right? They did the club sandwiches I got last time, right? The rest is also basically the same kebab galore. Also like kebabs in bread, yeah. Like the German stuff I want to try though. That might be cool at least. Yeah, there goes all the lavash here. Like all these shawarma too also. Not sure. Burgers, yeah, both of these are also here. Yeah, there it is. You can get on the plate. Beef and chicken. Actually, there's no chicken in this one. Only beef here. They're actually not using lamb. Interesting in this one. There's one other chain they do use lamb. This beef here. Yeah, they got the boxes. Box actually was kind of nice. I tried this one. It's pretty much like they just took like this plate and they just kind of like, you know, like wrapped it like this into box. That's it. Like it's just everything together. You just kind of like mix it all together and eat. Which is kind of, I mean, it was nice though. It's ding because it's like rice, you know, like the salad, the fries, meat sauce, but actually kind of tastes nice though. Vegan friendly, as I said, like you go here, there's like the samsara, right? Like the pastry with potato. Vegan, right? There's gonna be the lamb ass inside, the lamb booty, just for the juiciness because they add it like everywhere. So you think you get something, you know, vegetarian without meat, but there's not gonna be meat. There's gonna be fat though. So yeah, I'm not sure like how it would be to be a vegan here. Honestly, I'm not so sure. Probably not very pog, eh? Probably not very pog, eh? Well, I don't even have a cap on this one. It's just the tea. At home, whatever. The fat is usually the issue, I say. I don't exist. Probably. I probably can get like if you cook at home and stuff, obviously, right? But like if you go somewhere to eat something with like, you know, no meat and stuff in, it will be tricky. It will be tricky. Okay, so aktepalavar though. Now this combo looks good. I don't know how it actually can zoom this in. So you have fries, drink, some couple doggies, kebab thingy, sauce, for 35,000. So like what I got here, which was just the kebab roll tea, the tea bag, right? And fries, and that one was more than this. That one was 39,000, I think. This is $2.50 basically, this thing. Where you go? Anyway, like switch to English, but not exactly. Does it translate? Okay, I guess it just, yeah, it doesn't just translate those anyway. Fine, keep English then. Nuggies look frozen, yeah. And this is kind of like the diet one. The calories for you. The active menu. Let's go. Hot arrivals, sriracha hamburger. Yeah, they also have the club sandwich, for example. There it is. So the Wrap Master is the KFC ripoff. Like they have Box Master in the KFC, which is actually like one of the few that I actually kind of like there. Like the only thing in KFC we get from time to time with my friend is the wings, spicy wings, because like with beer or something, it's just kind of like, dude, you just get the basket of that stuff and it's so good. But the Box Master is probably like one of the few things other than, you know, chicken wings that I actually can tolerate from KFC. So they just took that also here. It's basically like, again, like the kebab rolls. This one they make in tandoor oven. We tried this one with my friend. It's just like covered with the sesame seeds, like completely all over the place. Like it's all covered in it, like armor. That's kind of alright. Didn't say it was something like super crazy. Sriracha Huggy. Huh? The fuck is Huggy, man? It is Huggy. Alright, it's just Huggy, dude. Are they pretending it's like some Huggies or something? Doesn't look even close, man, really. Not sure what the Huggy is. Because the thick bun, yeah, like a mass. Oh, you mean this one also? Yep. Bigus. The longer is also basically the KFC ripoff here. The same name even though it's a little longer, I guess. Yeah, just a whole bunch of like different kebab rolls, huh? Whatever you want. Is this like the garlic? No, wait, no. No, fish stock is cheese. It says with cheese basically. Yeah, this one says how much you save when you pick. Oh yeah, there it is. They even put the Canadian flag in though, is it? There it is. You already know what kind of sausage will be in there. No, that's like less than $2 for 2 hot dogs, you know. I guess. Canadian or not, it's cheap, so... And the Caesar wrap, I say. Barbecue wrap. A barbecue, like... I think when it's like called barbecue something, it just means that they got like some fucking Heinz barbecue sauce from the store and just doused everything in that. And it's just like you bite and all you taste is the Heinz barbecue sauce. And like, dude, I can't. I can't. Oh, there we go. Double salad there. For a bit over $1. Feels good. Beneficial sets. Ah. Oh, now that's what I call sets, dude. Let's go. 4 kebabs, 4 fries, 4 drinks. That's the shit, man. That's the shit. Like they know how to do sets there. Fresh starts out like a morning cookie coffee, like 1 or 2 nuggets, I guess. The Happy Meal there, yeah. That was like the Turkish place in Georgia. Like they had sets for like fucking 8 people or something. I think that was like, you know, the picture was just like already insane there. Kind of like this, but like, you know, 8 pieces, like. Joyful morning set, yeah, with Canadian sausages too. Yeah, that probably is not that joyful. Sweet mood set, a family set. So like, you know, adults eating actually decent stuff and kids eating Canadian sausages. With some juicer. Original lavash. Ah, okay. It's just separately. The hamburger, a big hamburger. Huh? That's it. Simple. And big cheeseburger. Why coming up with some like, you know, like names for that shit? Just regular and big. And that's it. King hot dog. Junior hot dog. I wonder if like they all still have the same sausage there, the Canadian one. Then like what's the point getting this and eating more bread for, you know, more price when you can get this one and get less bread and the same sausage anyway. Pita doner, that actually looks kind of interesting. At least a bit different. Yeah, there's the club sandwiches again. It's like every fast food chain is more or less kind of the same. And then the Canada Free. Insane. They started doing that also like in back home also in like some fast food chains. And it's actually like, I mean, I haven't tried the original, right? The poutine original. But like whatever they do in the fast food places is complete garbage. It's just regular, like just fries and they just kind of like, you know, like put some sauce on top of that. That's it. Like I'm pretty sure that's not exactly how it should be. Bites, damn. How many bites? Where's my kilobytes? Gigabytes there. Oh, that's a big boxes of nuggies though, at least. I like that. Can just get some bread. There it is. The cheese puffs. I got the pizzas in this too. Holy. Got a little bit of everything in here. Oh, pizza with kaze. With horse sausage. Interesting. That I could try, at least. I could have just like translated this one, just like Murskoi Caprice. It's like the men's caprice, I guess. Which means that there's just a bunch of like different meat in this one, I guess. That's it. All the thing that men want and is disgusting, man. The tea with lemon. This one they didn't even ask lemon or something. But lemon, it would be better. I would take that. Milk coffee. So got the whole menu there. Cappuccinos, lattes, and everything. They do have usually, like, in the one we have nearby, they have like a special, like, separate corner kind of with like the coffee and everything that you can also get from the outside. So maybe this part of the cafe actually is kind of decent with proper coffee there. Double espresso. How much actually a latte cappuccino? It's actually a good price though. I'm not sure how good the baristas are and everything. But that sounds good. Muffins also everywhere. Like, I feel like the donuts are the same everywhere, dude. Siraj, let's say. Good luck, good luck. Just the white sauce there, right? Yeah, so all the fast foods are mainly more or less the same. No matter which one you kind of check. All of them the same. And I don't know how they all kind of like compete and stuff here. But they all the same. Actually, one second, let me see. Yeah, coffee is like, well, this is kind of like on cheap-ish end. The one we got with my friend today, for example, is the $2.50 per cup. That's the one with like cream and everything, though. It's kind of nice. Quite nice. Right, what was the chicken place? Les Siles, I think. What did they have at the chicken place then? Also got the translations there. Insane. Insane. I got them all. Yeah, but next week I'll go with that one. Yeah, 1 second. Let's get the massive. Time for a bit of a massive croissant there. But it starts at 4. It's still kind of cheap. Well, it starts, I guess, yeah. Yeah, how you even buy this? Like, how? It's impossible. The massive one. The €7 one. When I was in Sweden in 2019, I think the cheapest I seen was like 7 or 8 in like Burger King or something. That was the cheapest one. Like with Ella, we went to the like local like coffee chain thingy, and I think it was kind of like also like €8 or €9, I think. That was 2019. I don't even know how much it is nowadays there. And he also has like the coffee like roasting, you know, factory right here in his town there. The dual ton. Damn, you're already looking for some other options where to move. It might be also because it's kind of like, you know, like local staples. And if you change those prices too much, people just gonna Like here, for example, some of like the local street food. Now you get dirt cheap. Just because people like eat it a lot and If you start increasing the price for that too much, then people are not gonna be happy. Like those, actually, 1 second, let me see. Do they have melee here? And the chat reconnected. Hope everything's good there. Now they can tricky probably to get the like they call that chain, like the chain of the local local fast food chain of like national cuisine. They called melee, which is literally national. Oh, they keep reconnect. Yeah, it keeps reconnecting for me. Looks like. Let me see if I can find it. Like melee is national. It's like calling, you know, your restaurant just like melee is not very good, huh? Because try to find about that. Try to find their menu or something there. 1 second, maybe I can find. Nope, actually not really. Yeah, you can't even find that stuff. Like, imagine naming your shit. Okay, literally just like calling your like, you know, like fast food cafe with like burgers. Just call them like burger. That's it, without anything else or some stuff, you know. Or just call your stuff like fast food, literally, or pizza or something, you know, just without anything else, and try to be actually found anywhere on any search engines and stuff. Sounds like a good idea, but yeah, that stuff is really, really cheap. Tough. Oh, it's like four pieces of them. All right, let's see. It just like shows one in picture. I'm like, what? Why is it so expensive? These guys just get like maximum KFC rip-off in, at least trying the full chicken mode. The school set. Damn, son. I do have the dang boxes though. Kinda nice with beer and stuff. There it is, yeah. I think it's actually like same price or even more expensive than KFC though, so we kind of didn't really even try this stuff. Kind of have my doubts if it's any like better. And chicken corn is really nice though. Well, in the KFC at least. Not sure about this one. Oh yeah, potato balls with cheese. They added this in the KFC too. They literally like ripped everything off there. Chicken sticks. Listers. Why Lister do that? Oh, because they're like less sided. At least they trying. Get the brand going. A Lister from Gothic, yeah. Them Singer. I guess that's supposed to be Zinger there from KFC. But it's singing instead. Same hot dogs and everything too. A fruity. A lusty. That doesn't sound right though. Unless I know it's your like brand name, but yeah. Not at all infringing on Zinger, yeah. The random names, dude. Get some iced coffee soon, actually. Like, it's already kind of hot. Let's see how they do it here. And they play with fast food, yeah. Then barbecue salad. Not sure, not sure. On the list of ingredients, yeah. Cookies, yeah. That's not cookies, man. That's donut. But I guess I see what you did there. But the first one is still like blueberry donut. Everything else is just caramel cinnamon cookies, yeah. Childish. Damn, Chile the country. Damn, son. And the sauce named after them. At least they call him Kaiser, you know. It's not some little Caesar, you know, salad or something. That's fucking Kaiser, dude. A Legion approved, eh? And there goes the mayo. Sure if I'm gonna try this one, to be honest. We'll see. Maybe instead I'm just gonna go to the Chinese mega place. I contain fast food, but still. A tariff affect my price? And my price where? My price for whom? Oh, food? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, not yet at least. The chicken cheese, yeah. And to be honest, economy in these countries all go in, you know, in the way that it's hard to track what exactly is causing the changes, you know. Considering inflation here all the time and stuff, you never know. Hello, of course, Adam. And the currency conversion rate is probably, I think, more or less the same. That didn't really change. I mean, you in Vietnam, and Vietnam was trading a lot of stuff to US. And a lot of like tech production also got moved to Vietnam to kind of avoid the trade war, but they decided to hit them the most. Did it increase in your currency, or did it increase like if you transfer into dollars though? Transfer to dollar? Well, that makes sense because conversion rate got worse because Vietnam got hit really hard by that. Uzbekistan didn't get hit like pretty much at all. There was some numbers I don't remember, but like... First of all, I think they got like 10% tariff only, Uzbekistan. And I don't think they sell anything to US. Maybe some like clothes, some cotton or something. But I really doubt it. Like if anything, local economy is more connected to like Asian economy, like the China and stuff. All the cars here are from China. Actually... Like Chevrolet, for example, right, is the US company, basically. And they make Chevrolet here, but I guess it's kind of like reverse, though. Like, they don't buy Chevrolet from here to US, right, because they have their own Chevrolet. If anything, they kind of selling parts for Chevrolet to here to Uzbekistan, so, and that is not affected by tariffs, I think. Unless Uzbekistan will make like some reverse tariffs, but I don't think they care, really. Not exporting the Singer burger, yeah. So the conversion rate is kind of the same here, more or less. It is constantly going low though, like the inflation and everything here is big. But price is more or less the same so far. But in past years, for example, like when my friend was here last time in 2022, early 2023, like prices were way better. Like shit was way cheaper. But the same was in Armenia, same was in Georgia. Like when war just started and people moved them, like those first people who moved, they were just like rolling. Like our friends when they moved to Armenia, where we were, where we will be again soon. When they just moved, the conversion rate was a 1 to 7. So like for 1 ruble, you would be getting 7 dram. And it was insane. Now it's like 1 ruble to 4 dram, and that's already way less insane. So yeah, wouldn't say it was connected to tariffs either. And pretty much all these regions here, I think they got hit by like 10% tariff or something. And I think most of them are not really exporting anything to US anyway. Vietnam was just kind of like this like outsourced manufacturing center that they try to, you know, to use as kind of like we're not China, but ended up also getting hit hard. Which is unfortunate, which is very unfortunate. I wonder how all this will evolve and where it's gonna get. But yeah, in dollars, basically, prices are the same, more or less. Especially street food, you know, those kind of things. More or less everything is the same. Don't think I noticed anything like, you know, like growing in price much. Don't think so. The fiesta is over. No, is it already? How so? Gonna be looking for some new markets to exploit. I think they're just gonna hit, you know, the wall. Like it's really hard to find already places that that you can find that cheap labor still. Well, I guess like here, for example, like in Tashkent, yeah, you're probably not gonna find much. If you go in some villages and stuff, you probably can still find some like cheap workforce. That you can. Oh, that emote is ancient. That emote is ancient. Indie is considered, I say. We'll see. Well, yeah, if they're gonna be moving to their production here, then yeah, probably the tariffs also gonna happen. Central Asia could work. Central Asia could work. The problem, well, actually, I guess it's not even like that much of a problem. Like, if they don't mind building like some factories in the desert, that would be like no problems at all for them, even like to find space. Because, like, dude, it's just like here, like Tashkent, for example, right? And then you go like here. Let's say, yeah, here. Like, build some mega factories there, dude, I guess, or something. And there is pretty much like nothing. Like all this is more or less empty. And they could. We're gonna go here. I'm not sure about going after though. We'll see. Like for now, and the food get kind of done with. We'll see where I go next week. We'll see. So I booked already. I booked Hujand. So 18th. On 18th we go to Hujand. It's Tajikistan. So I'm gonna be crossing the border in Bekabad. In Bekabad, I'm crossing the border. I think it was basically. Yeah, I think it goes through Bekabad there. Was it Buston? I don't remember actually, but I think it is Bekabad though. So from Bekabad, I'm going to Hujonde. Crossing the border somewhere around here. Well, for that you need the Google Maps though. Yeah, this is the border gore for all the enjoyers of Paradox games. It's all way too dang, dude. Yeah, this one, Bekabad. And then you go to the border crossing. And then I'm following the Sirdaria river. And we go here. Yeah, there's like basically I figured like most of the stuff is kind of like around here. There's like Mega Fortress. Gonna go there. Gonna go to the fortress. That's some like basically like the fortress is like the main thing in Hujan, really. It's interesting though that they figured out and they found that this was but I forgot the proper name, but basically this was the place actually Hujan looks like they figured they found some proofs and from like the chronicle they figured this like around here at least, like somewhere right in this region was the place where Alexander the Great built his like last bastion. It was like called the Alexandria something. I don't remember the second word, which basically meant, you know, like meant like last one, like the most distant one pretty much. So it was here in this region. Didn't go past that. So there was one here, and there was one apparently I think somewhere around well the one in this area they didn't find yet, like where it is. Because it's supposed to be kind of like in this region here. Another one. But this one they figured at least. Like there was some like chronicles and stuff that they found about some fight. And they kind of like got the info that they got from those chronicles. It's supposed to be like on this river basically. And there should be some sort of like salty lakes nearby and everything, so they started to kind of like, you know, match every information they could find and figure out it should be somewhere in this region pretty much. And then they found some like kind of like the traces, you know, some like the bricks and walls and everything from that age. So it's kind of there, even though I don't think there's anything kind of like you can go and check, sort of like some. Pretty much everything like that keep, that fortress was like built over on top of that multiple times over those like, I mean, pretty much like a couple thousand years, I guess, you know. So it was kind of built on top multiple times, so you can't really like find everything's underground now, which they did find, but I don't think they have some sort of like a museum where you can see that. Or like, you know, see the actual buildings and everything, just kind of like some bricks and everything, sort of. So you're gonna be walking around here. Yeah, this one has like a lot of stuff, some parks and everything, like nothing super crazy really to check. So you're gonna be a little bit of a walk. Looks like there is like the high-speed urban transport station there is. So we're gonna probably maybe take that one if it works already. The river should be nice. That's also like pretty important river for this region. Like it goes pretty much like all over to Uzbekistan also. And then they have the mega water reserve here. So yeah, this one I already booked. Then I'm gonna be, it's 18th here. Then 19th in the morning. I'm going here, Kanibadom, and then from there I go, I'm not so exactly sure which one is the Besharik, I think actually. Already saved, nice, saved. See, I think I go into around here then. Gonna work for 2-3 hours. I see, I see. Good luck, good luck. You should, you should. Yeah, I guess this one only the cross here probably. And there's one here, but I don't think so. Ravot? It can be Ravot. Yeah, I think it's this one though. Not 100%, but yeah, basically going crossing the border again. I'm back to Uzbekistan, and the 19th I will be in Kokand. Gonna be walking around that Koka. I'm gonna get the list of all the things to visit. Gonna get the list of stuff to visit there. Actually, let me see. Will you show the ding stuff here? No, this one doesn't really show. Doesn't really show. Like in Tashkent, it kind of shows like the cool sightseeing spots and stuff. But yeah, I'll get the map of that going. But like next Wednesday, I'm gonna like sit down and get the route for all of this stuff to be already kind of prepared. And this is gonna be the fun part because I will try to go like as early as possible, so I can end up here early. Maybe I will start a little before my regular time, like 30 minutes or something before, depends on time. Like all this route from here to here should be like I read it should be around like 4 hours even with the border crossing, so hopefully that will be nice. Maybe I'll try to go like, you know, 7 a.m. catch a bus or something. That's actually still also not that foggy even. At 6 a.m. might be a bit too early though. Just for the buses to go, we'll see. So 12 local time is basically when I usually start. Maybe 30 minutes early or something. I'm just gonna like try to finish here. Like apparently it's like nothing, like not that much to walk around anyway. So I gonna do like probably 4 hours or something. Like I want to try to oh yeah, there's the Jami and everything. Yeah, it looks like most of the stuff is actually will be kinda oh yeah, the Hudoyar Honsaroy. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is the palace that you kinda want to visit. That is cool. One of the Hans, like the Kokand was at some point the capital of the Kokand Hanate. So that was the palace of one of the Hans. Yeah, then they have Jami here. And there was a few more, I think, things to visit, so I'll need to plan. But basically, I think like 4 hours probably will be like plenty enough for Kokand. And then around like 4 p.m. would be nice actually to kind of like, well, my time, call it and try to find the bus. Because like, this is weird shit here. One moment, I'll show. Let me open this place, and some other cities in Uzbekistan are kind of weird. A little bit, you know, unexplainable, I guess, let's put it that way. One moment, actually I guess it doesn't matter when. Let's see, so I go 19th to 20th, let's say. Search. Like, the prices there. Like, what is this, man? It is basically like, this is this hostel pretty much. So, 25 bucks per hostel, man. In like, pretty much bumfuck nowhere, really. Everything else is like, dude, I was kind of considering that that's like the cheapest one and with okay reviews and stuff, but it's 40 bucks still. And well, this also, I think, yeah, this one is at least kind of single room, but yeah, you're probably also like gonna have fun, you know, getting through this, like with taxi and everything. So yeah, like this is the price range here. Wait a think. Then you just go here to my next stop on the route to Fergana. And in Firgana you have like 22, the guest house, the whole of it, you know. 21, hotel, 9.2 reviews and stuff, you know. 18 with a cat actually. Well, that one I didn't book because they also require a card, and I tried to avoid using it because there was like a bunch of. I do have the virtual one, I guess I could use it. But yeah, like if there's an option not to use it, I'd rather not use it because there was already enough cards going through booking and through like the flight service. Well, with the flight once you can't really do anything. You kind of have no option. You need to use the card. But here, if you have an option to not use a card, I'm trying not to. So you can find like a bunch of stuff here. It's like mini hotel even. A twin room with terrace for $7 here, for example. There you go, man. Actually with good reviews, but like, yeah, it looks like kind of on the outskirts and probably a little too dank, actually. Let's see what it is. What is this for $7 there? I mean, you know, I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Even the table, damn son. Look at the space, man. Insane. To be honest, for $7, yeah, no, not too bad. Not too bad. And not too bad. And like 9.3 reviews, there you go. Also from like, the cat from Japan, for example, with the review. Clean enough. Alright, good. Comfortable and clean. See, that's kind of nice too. I should get that one instead. I need to kind of like get the... It's close to the airport. Oh, probably that's why also people booking this one, because the airport is closed. It'd be kind of not too bad, really, though. Like all the stuff is going on here, and you can actually find something somewhat, you know, relatively cheap around there anyway. Kinda. Oh, actually, wait a second. How's the booking terms there? No card, no prepayment, free cancellation. The private kitchen, dude. Huh? Ah, yeah. I think the bathroom and stuff might be kind of like not in the room though. Not so sure. Actually, no private bathrooms. There it is. Huh? Maybe I'll think about it. We'll see, because like, why not? That would say like decent amount of money. But basically, even if you take like $20, right? Like you take like $20 place, you can kind of easily get something for like 20, like something. Even this one too, for example. This one, no reviews and stuff. Like 13. Well, that's dormitory, alright, fine. 16, like 18 with a cat, you know, 22, 21, so like even like 22 or something, right? Like $22 here, or you get like the cheapest stuff here, $40. Well, this we're not taking, it's like dormitory, right? Like $40. It's like $20 difference almost. And I checked yesterday, even if I would be like traveling yesterday at like 11 p.m. local time, like from here to here with a taxi, I would pay $15 for that taxi. So I still would be saving money. And on top of that, also would be just traveling in comfort in the fucking taxi alone, you know. So I kind of figured, you know what, I'm just gonna skip, you know, getting the hotel here. Just like walk there stream. And if I manage before 4 p.m., maybe I even like catch some bus and make the trip even cheaper that way. If not gonna catch, then yeah, just I guess gonna like try to get the taxi, and just for $20 I will get here for sure. And I'm just gonna pay pretty much the same amount if I would stay here, but I also already kind of paid for transport, and you know, it was comfortable. So I don't know why the prices are like this. That seems kind of... Oh, the midnight, obviously. Like, I will finish the stream, like, worst case, like, 6 p.m. local time, you know. It's just, like, usually everything, like, starts working and finishes working early here. Like, people, you know, like, awake pretty early. Like, 6 a.m. action already starting. So, yeah, like, I think even, like, I booked one already in Fergana. And I'm just, like, looking at this stuff. Maybe I cancel it and just get $7, you know, and save even more. But yeah, I kind of already booked one, and I just messaged the owner, like, can I get from Kakanda to Fergana in the like around 5 p.m. and they were like, you can't, but it's better like before 5 p.m. So I assume like around like 5 or 6, like the bus is already gonna be kind of ripped. So probably will be hard to get without taxi from here. So we'll see. I will try to like start maybe like 30 minutes earlier, and that's probably like yesterday was like 4-hour stream, right? 4 something hours. But I also had like intro and stuff, right? So like 4 hours basically, and that was like actually a lot, and I don't think we're gonna have that much around here to watch. So I think like 3 hours, 4 hours will be enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna like call it like 4 p.m. local time and just go on the bus probably. Which I also need to check actually, because I think bus was kind of like somewhere around like here. Yeah, there it is. Which Kuprika after Vokzal. From here, I think you probably go on the bus, so you still will need to get like somewhere from like all these areas to on the bus station and then go. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, then, so that this is 19th, then this is 20th. Firgan also doesn't have like crazy much stuff to visit really. Like all of these like cities, they have like kind of like 4 or 5 like, you know, like places kind of to visit. Nothing super crazy. There was some like fortress though I need to check actually. I wonder if I can find one. Wait, they have Baghdad here. Baghdad. Insane. Their own little Baghdad. Alright, it's just kind of like the entrance, the entry gate, sorta. The Gate of Independence, I think. Mustakilik. Like, I need to look into stuff. There should be some like fortress, I think, that is not exactly on the territory of the city. That one might be a little tricky though to get, then we'll see. I'll look into it. So like 2020 gonna stream from Fergana, and then after that I will go to Andijon. That one is also nice. That one is like one of the, I think one of the most ancient of the current one that were on the Silk Road. So on Dijon I'm gonna go. This one is also kinda, I think, one of the weird ones. Like Fergana, you can find something for 20 bucks to stay, right? You go to Andijon. Andijon, you can't even like see it here really. This is Orsh already. Is it? No, wait. Copper. Can I be bigger there? Like it's not even showing on this map properly. It's like, oh, it is on Dijon, alright. They just kind of have like the weird marker there. This one is on 30. 38 is also like, it is almost twice from like 20. You have Hostel for 16. For Hostel actually too. Like 35. 30. This apartment also, the whole apartment looks like. So I was kind of thinking maybe from Fergana also in the morning, just go here. That should be like probably like a couple of hours maximum. Maybe stream here a little during the day, maybe. I'm thinking, wait, what is this for 6 hours? Like the Mega Hostel here, right? Like just stream from here, and then I'm going here to Orsh, which is Kyrgyzstan already. There it is, in Uzbekistan-Kyrgyzstan border. So there's just a bus here. So I just go through here. And then I can stay in Orsh, and Orsh has like a lot of options, looks like. And the price is also kind of like, I think it's the competition thing, really. Like it's the city that has a lot of like options for booking, they have decent prices. City that doesn't have a lot, they just kind of like, you know, set the prices out of their ass, really. And that's why you have like those like, you know, like Andijan, for example, is in the, not Andijan, Kakan, not Kakan, Hujand in that sense is like ridiculous, dude. Like 80 bucks, you know, like why? Like what are these prices? Like there's literally just like You go to like the TripAdvisor or something, even like, you know, like the popular stuff, like the things to watch, you know, there's gonna be like 5 things to visit, and one of the things will be just like the set of flags, you know, like the different flags with the Tajikistan, you know, like country flag. Like, why so much, man? Why so much? And the reviews kind of, you know, reflect that, because, you know, like 6.5, for example, a review, right? Yeah, this one 8.6, but that's hostel. But again, hostel for $20, man. Like, what is this, man? Like this basically, I think more or less conversion right now to Samani currency in Tajikistan is like 1 to 10 with dollars. It's kind of $360, 360 Samani. Yeah, like when I was reading, you know, how to get, because yeah, I'm gonna be like quite an adventure. There's no like, you know, trains or something, or there's no bus that you know, just kind of like pay and they get you like, you know, from Tashkent to Hujan. No, you need to get like, you know, some like get to some spot in the south of Tashkent. Then you hop on the bus that goes once per hour. That bus gets you here to Bekabod. Then you go across the border on feet. After that, you find like some taxi or some like bus or something, and that will take you already to Hujan. So it's gonna be an adventure that way too. And there's gonna be an adventure already. When I read, you know, how people were doing that, how to like get there that way, basically, they were like, you know, yeah, you just kind of like cross the border. There are some like, you know, like hostels there and everything. You can just pay like, you know, 10 samani or something. So like 10. No, wait, not. Is it? Yeah, like one box basically. You just pay and you can like stay there. I don't want to go the hostel just because I need to charge my stuff, my setup, right? Leave things and charging and stuff. So I kind of want to have like, you know, some room where I can just like, you know, put things to charge and like leave, for example, to like eat or something, you know. So I don't need to like leave the camera and setup and everything in the open. So that's why I kind of prefer to have at least cheap, but some, you know, some room of my own. But even hostel for like $20, like, dude, what is this? Like, why? Well, that's not like the whole apartment there, but there are no reviews and everything. So it's also might be kind of something, you know, kind of. I think like the best way probably is just to kind of like go there and on the spot already try to find something. That's probably how you can get something cheap. But the problem is, you know, not a lot of time. I already kind of like a one day per city sort of here, and you already kind of need to like walk through a bunch of stuff. So don't have the luxury of just like walking first around the city, just trying to find somewhere to just stay for one night. So in the Hujan, I actually kind of like ended up like forking like $30 basically just for the room. Yeah, same in Andijan also. But in the same time, you go to Osh, and there you go. There's like a lot of options, and there's a lot of reasonable ones. That's probably hostels, but like that's how like hostels should cost, really. Especially like no offense, of course, right? But like Central Asian countries, especially not the capital, you know, like pretty cheap and everything. Like why would you like charge like $20 from people here? Because they can pay. I mean, dude, come on. Like in Osh, you have reasonable prices, but still. It's even a double room for $5. Well, there's no reviews and stuff, so that might be kind of sus though. The fuck was that? $3,000 here all of a sudden? Then that's quite a hotel there. Triple room though, insane for 3,000. Totally gonna stay. Another bed gear. Hostel. Yeah, which seems kind of nice in that sense. Like a bunch of hostels, they're reasonably priced if you kind of travel like that. What if I can find some hotel also that is kind of like double room, 28. I mean, kinda manageable. Like I want to kind of get something at 20 something, because dude, like in my trip last year in autumn to Kutaisi and Tbilisi, I've been like, it's been 4 days, right? Like 3 days of streaming, and then 1 day on top of that I was staying in Tbilisi with my dad already when he visited it. Dude, I spent, like, the hotel in Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia, right? Like, the good hotel with small kitchen there with the laundry machine and everything. I paid $18 per day for 2 people. And it was like close to everything. Like, well, metro was like 10 minutes walk probably. Train station was also like 10 minutes walk. Like, we went to train like on foot, no problems, you know, in the morning. So like everything was pretty close. Place was nice, and like 18 bucks. And in Kutaisi, I think I paid even less, like 12 bucks or something for a day. And that was like my own room, right, with everything, with all the convenience and stuff. Like that is a good price. That I appreciate. Like why would you like pay like, you know, even like when we were leaving Georgia with my friend, right, moving here actually, like we arrived from Batumi to Tbilisi on train. Okay, I can show. Why even? Yup, when I can show. When I can show. Quite the travels if you look at it in perspective, huh? Alright, railroad. There the railroad is, Tbilisi. Where's Kagik? You would appreciate that probably. You can see shit on this map. Where the railroad? Should be on this side of Kura River. This one, I think, right? Gatseridze? No. But I don't have like some... Actually, here probably. Yeah, Station Square. Alright, it became 33 bucks now, this place though. Alright, fine. Okay, I think we paid less. I think we paid less though with my friend. But like 30, right? It's still not 40, for example, in Kokand. And not like the same price in Hujan. This is like the capital of Georgia. This hotel is literally... I don't know if it kind of shows, huh? Like this hotel is right on top of the train station. Like you just go in this elevator from the hotel, right? From your room. You go down, you leave, and you like pretty much like hop on the train. It's right there in front of you. And that's 30 bucks. And that was 30 bucks. And then you just pay like in like nowhere, sorta, in the middle of nowhere, for and then another hotel. Actually, let me see. Can I find the one where when I was staying? Maybe they also kind of got a bit more expensive now. It was from train station here. I'll find. I think it wasn't very far. Or in that BG. Gigabike, damn, bicycle store. That's pretty close, huh? Should be in this range, not this one, I think. Not this one. Maybe not working anymore. Let me try to find some. Okay, past this one, I think. Okay, oh, bakery. This is such a good bakery, dude. This place. There it is. Yeah, guest house. It's still 18 bucks also. Like, dude. And this was good. This had everything. I mean, I'd like showed the photos from my trip there, pretty much. Like, yeah, like a little gulagish here in terms of beds, sure, but you have laundry machine, you know, your own like bathroom and everything there. And the small kitchen there too. Yeah, there it is. For 18 bucks, man. Like that's what I call value, man. That's what I call value. And then you kind of like suffer in these cities here. A very big unluckus. But at least Osh has something, so can find something that way at least. Also dormitory. It seems like a lot of hostels though, but not a lot of like actual hotels for good prices though. So I'll still need to do some budget twin room. Alright, that sounds alright. It's also Suleiman-Toa, so this is like literally next to the mountain. This is the mountain with a bunch of like kinda monuments and stuff on it. So we're gonna go there. Nice viewpoint there and all that. And we'll see what else I'm gonna check, because apparently there is like not that crazy much also to see in here. Like day should be enough. So that would be what was there? 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. Maybe I was kind of... I'll need to look into it though. Maybe 21st here, so I just kind of pass this way. But that might be a lot of time though wasted. 21st here, then 22nd here, and in the evening after stream I hop on the train and go all the way back here. It's like evening train, and like at midnight or something I'm in Tashkent. Maybe I still go to Namangan, for example, but this actually looks even worse with hotels. Holy fuck, look at this shit. That's all the options you have. 40 bucks, man. For what? For what? But Namangan is also like not anything like super crazy, but it's also pretty ancient though. Pretty ancient city there. They have more guests. Competition, like competition makes it, like, because like in Tashkent you also have like decent price. Well, actually they are kind of high, but you also can get like really cheap hostels, like in Tashkent. There you go, central hostel, $5. And this is quite the center, I would say too. Or there is, for example, let's see if there are rooms there. We were there yesterday. It should be... Not this one. Wait, this one. Here, yeah. So remember the stadium we were passing yesterday? Right on the stadium territory, you have, for 22 bucks, you have a room. There you go, in Tashkent. That's like this is like this central square of Tashkent, basically. Here, you know. Metro, everything here. Like this, sure, yeah. Here's Hilton for you, yeah. 383 bucks. Alright, sure, man. Look at the amount of stuff they rent, actually. This is the fancy district I was walking through on stream yesterday. And the funny part is all booked, though. Look at this shit. Like, everything's fucking booked. Like, everyone just, like, renting their apartments that they bought in this fancy district, basically. And they rent them for a lot of money, dude. It's where we were passing where the Korean store was, kind of early in the stream yesterday. Yeah, these ones, Well, I mean... Sure. Fancy. Stop it. When you fancy, but you know... You want to be fancy, you know, kind of, but on a budget, and you just kind of like cram, you know, like 3 beds in one room, and then one other bed in another room also. A 1-bedroom apartment for 2 people apparently, right? And the fancy box, and yeah. Yeah, this district is like, it's really cool, man. Like that was really nice. But yeah, like I bet buying shit here is like oof. I'm gonna close to the market where we were yesterday. Furgulam market is here then. 22 bucks. That's a quadruple room even. For 22 bucks. Mulberry Hotel. This is like right next to Circus. Metro station, marketplace, where we've been yesterday too. There you go. It's like you can find like pretty solid, you know, like prices here, because like there's competition here. Look at this shit. You kind of like need to kind of fit, you know, sorta in that. Yeah, then you go to fucking Namangan. And there is like no competition, so we're just gonna rent you like a little apartment for 50 bucks because we can. It's not that little though. It's kinda okay, but like, dude, it's like middle of nowhere. The fuck is this like insane design? This like some like, you know, the post-apocalypse Marxing design there or something. What is this? Like you live in some decrepit building there. Like, what is this tile work, dude? I mean, it's actually kinda, I guess, could be kinda cool, but like need like special, you know, like a room with like different design for everything else. It's kind of like with completely like white walls. That looks weird. Like if you kind of get like the walls at least also somewhat, maybe like the brick walls, you know, kind of like some like loft style. I guess that could kind of work, but this like looks out of place completely, dude. In the bedroom too, also, right? True, say true. Yeah, just got whatever textures they could find on the stock, you know. True, Siggy, true. Holy, and the design. That's $50, man. Like, why? No hostels, no, not anything either. That is hotel. It's king room. Oh damn! Let me see the king room, man. Maybe I will feel myself as a king there at least a little. Damn. Okay. At least that kind of like for $50, that already kind of like maybe you know. Yeah, like they look at the construction side outside. They're beautiful. Damn, son, holy. You have Okayugan sausage. I wonder if it's Canadian sausage though, dude. I wonder. I think actually the watermelons are actually already starting. Dude, that will be so good. I hope we'll manage to catch some. Like watermelons and melons in Uzbekistan is like kind of like national thing. They're like super cheap here, like fucking dirt cheap. And they're really good. That's the king room. Holy. No, that actually I think you can check the specific room, king room. Okay, they all kind of king room, I guess. Right. The king room here is the hover room. Looks like. Yeah, you even have like you know, fucking table with the chair. Holy, insane. Can actually work. Oh, the rooftop pool and sauna are the standout features of this double room. What the fuck? You have that also. Okay, this for 50, for 45 even. Okay. I'll give them that. All right. That is kinda, but that I can see at least. That I can see. You have actual proper workplace there. You have breakfast. You have your own like fucking pool on the balcony. That's for 45. I'm alright with that. Alright. I probably not gonna do it though for 45. Or maybe I should kind of like, you know, finish the IRL trip just like that. Like fine. I saved enough, man. I gonna live in for $7 in Fergana, but I gonna get myself, you know, the king room or something at the end. That's kind of not optimal though. We'll see, because like I think I was thinking about. Let me see one moment. The railroad. Let's see. So Pujanda, Kokanda, Firgana, Andijan, Osh, Namangan, let's say. So either early in the morning. Maybe this. Come on. The construction drill maxing there, yeah. I mean, you can see it there even. You can see the drill maxing. Yeah, there it is. Okay, not that close though, but it's there. It's there. Ah, man, come on, faster. What is this? Just was working fine now already, not anymore. Like, come on, man. But yeah, like the rest, for example, also $128. All right. Oh, you actually have 1.0 review. Bad. All right. That's a bad one apparently. The whole apartment. That seems kind of like, you know, some Google Images apartment though. Actually, not gonna lie. Is it with the mandatory card? Cost 50% to cancel. Ah, I think I see where it all goes, man. I see where it all goes, man. Records. What is records? Dude. Died on me all of a sudden now. For 50 bucks. Well, for 50 bucks here, you're not getting, you know, like the pool, man. That's a skip already. That's a skip. Like, why would you pay 50 for that when for 50 you can get King Room? That's pretty much it. That's all the options in the city. You either live in the King Room for 4. The King Room is the cheapest one in the whole city, actually. Like, dude. That's the cheapest one. Ciudad, alright. That's the cheapest one. Man. Do the thing. The thing. Annoying. But yeah, basically if you go 7:40 in the morning, you end up in Tashkent 12:38. It's already kind of like late for my stream and stuff. Just thinking how to do this better. So the best case would be... Actually, like I could... from Fergana, I could go to... Dijon. Stream. Or maybe even skip. Dijon. Stream or skip, we'll see. And then I go to Orsh and spend like 2 nights there. Like stream in the day. No, 1 night, I guess. Just stream there. Yeah, that's not optimal though. Like I was thinking kind of like just passing. Stream in Orsh. Sleep there. In the morning, go to Andijan. Stream in Andijan to not pay all these Pipega prices also. And go to Namangan. And then stay in Namangan already overnight. Then stream in Namangan. And then hop on the train in the evening and go back home. That actually would work. Alright, so 1 night in Namangan in the King Room. And then hop on the train at night. Okay, it loaded. Finally. Hujanda, Kokanda, Fergana, Orsh, Andijan, Namangan. So 23rd after stream. I just go select departure station, bruh. You blind? There we go. Yeah, so 19:30 into midnight. I mean, why not, I guess. That's 10 bucks, basically. 10 bucks train. Again, the sleeper one, though, I just... might be annoying. We'll see. See, the thing is, like, early people here, right? So someone actually might be... Like, your neighbor might actually want to sleep then. Hey, there's those side... Let's see, can you... pick the... Okay, I see, register. Yeah, because this price is most likely, like... can I see the... I wish I could see like how the train scheme. But it's most likely like since they have sleeper and coupe, it basically goes like coupe is coupe. And this we call, for example, Platzkart then. Like Germans know, I guess. But basically it's kind of like you have this like passage to the left. You have like the blocks for 4 people, and to the right you have like a small like 2 people segments. So 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. And going on the 2-1 would be kind of nice, but the 2-1, you have like the sitting spots because one of the beds is transformed into 2 sitting spots. So if someone at the bottom wants to sleep, you basically have nowhere to sit because then it all transforms into the bed and they sleep there. And you just kind of like, well, I need to climb up on my spot then and also like sleep there and lay there, I guess. So we'll see. It would be nice if it would be just like the sitting train, like the morning one. The morning one is sitting. That's actually kind of good, even though for some reason it's more expensive than this one. But we'll see. That would be kind of nice. I finished the stream kind of like... I could even like maybe... we'll see. Finish the stream. Could maybe even like, you know, kind of stream a little from the train or something. Maybe. So yeah, this part of the trip I need to kind of like... The last days of trip I will need to plan how to do. At least there is a lot of spots, so I can still like book at any moment if needed. That is good, that is good. I'm kind of annoying to be late because like it's like also probably like 20 more minutes to get home. Not that bad actually, whatever. And then 24th I can already like be ready to go, especially since there might be some releases on 24th and I need to download them also. Maybe. This actually goes through like the whole country, I think. Kungrad? Is it Kungrad? Because that place is like, dude. That place I think is like... Actually, wait, I can check though. So if we go, so it starts in Andijan. Let's see how long that is. Andijan. Nah, that's specifically Kungrad though. Maybe it is Kungrad though? Let me see. Oh yeah, 26 hours. Yeah, there it is. Huh? Just a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a train ride there. Quite the trip. Actually, it's not like even like that super crazy. I've been in the longer ones. Before. So yeah, gonna finalize and come up with the last parts. Like I already have these 3. I already have basically, but I am unironically actually considering maybe to replacing this one for like the $7 one. And just save some more, and then spend the last day in the $40 king room. Feel yourself a king, you know. At least for a bit. There's the train actually here. The train station. It's literally better to check here. So like better readable map like by a mile. Like, and I'll give them that. Their maps, like except for the fact that they removed all the borders, you know, to not get like problems, with some governments. But other than that, like they made somehow these maps like the most readable. You can instantly see what you need to see somehow. I don't know, maybe it's just like my, you know, kind of like interest aligning with what they're showing, but like you see what you need to see like in the moment. So yeah, I assume this is the one then. Yeah, I don't think there's another one anyway, so yeah, this is already an airport. I guess it goes this way. It's actually kind of probably like cool train ride also, but that's already gonna be like after 8 p.m. It's already gonna be... I'm not sure actually when it gets dark nowadays, and that like how dark it's gonna be already. I'm gonna probably see much. Okay, it looks like it goes in some cool... Yeah, it looks like it goes up here in the mountains. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, there it is. So it just goes like through the mountains here. Yeah, this train ride is probably like nice. And then through here. And then ends up in Tashkent. quite a train ride, probably. Some mountain stuff here too. Let's like see some more things at some point. I would return, man. The question marks gonna be though how good connection is in Hujand, as I heard legends about their mobile ISPs. We'll see. We'll see. The prepaid. No, I mean that's how they go. You just basically you buy the plan. You buy the plan. You don't need to pay later though. You can kind of cancel that. But you buy the plan though. So yeah, we'll see how the connection will be here. I don't know, like should I try like 3 SIM cards just for this one city to buy? I'll check the prices, I guess. Like, if it's not like anything insane, then I just get the 3 SIM cards. 2 SIM cards, 100%. That at least you need. The problem is they don't have even a lot of ISPs. They have like 4, I think, main ISPs. One of the ISPs, I checked their coverage, and it shows like pretty much none here. So yeah, I will need to think. There's only 2 ISPs, I think, that are kind of represented well. The one is really good, looks like, though. So maybe I'll get 2 of one ISP. 2 of one ISP also kind of will be tricky to buy, I guess. We'll see. I'm not sure how the regulations there also about the SIM cards. Should be though, should be possible. And we'll see how Kyrgyzstan will be. Kyrgyzstan should be alright, I think, though, in terms of ISPs, but I'm gonna do my research also. I will do my research also, so we have good connection and everything. Should be good, eh? Should be good. Wait, also like border here. Show me the border. Korasu. Oh yeah, looks like it. Like the city basically cut in half there. Karasu and Karasu. There it is, huh? Yeah, the borders are insane. Like this is basically this is Kyrgyzstan again. Yeah, there it is. Huh? And this piece is Kyrgyzstan, even though the rest is Uzbekistan here. You know, the enclave here. And I think there is like plenty of those. Huh? They started like fixing that sort of like getting some sort of agreements to start, you know, like lowering amount of that stuff. Like moving people. Remarking the borders and stuff, because yeah, it is really dank here. And yes, also Kyrgyzstan, and this one inside Uzbekistan. There it is. Then there's Jordan there. Insane. Also Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan here. No, there's like also some like the inclines. There is Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan also there. They also got that stuff. So there is like still a lot of question marks going. What about this selected here actually? Oh, because it's also Kyrgyzstan here already. I just kind of like the questionable areas. Oh, I'm gonna be passing some of that, looks like. Monka is international. Yeah, because I'm gonna be most likely this road. I will be on this road most likely. And there's a lot of question marks here, looks like, even this stuff somehow. Monka is. And the border goer. And Dubi Lane is kind of far even there. And the full Paradox video game they're doing it with all the borders and stuff. So yeah, half of the trip already done, and then 28th we didn't book yet. We did book the trip back to Armenia, so 13th I think of May we go into Tbilisi from here. 14th of May in the morning probably we're gonna get the driver who was driving us to Batumi before to get us from Tbilisi and drive us all the way to Gyumri. Gonna get to Gyumri. Like 6-hour drive, I think. Should be around that. I wonder actually how they go. I think they go through Sadakhlo. Through this one. Sadakhlo. Wait, where are they actually crossing though in Sadakhlo? Here probably. Bakhtanak, yeah, I guess here. So you're basically gonna be going this way. And then I think we need to go through... through Vanadzora. That should be here. I'm blind. I think it should be this way. A lot of other Zora, but not the Vanadzora. I think it's supposed to be though. Or is it? No, not here. Vahagnadzor, no, that's a different one. Here you go, basically, but yeah, not sure which exact route they picked there. But yeah, gonna be back in Gyumri already 14th of May. And 15th of May, technically Dune release. So I hope we'll manage to 14th arrive early enough to already, you know, go to the realty agent. And oh yeah, there's one. It's alright. The realty agent and try to already find some apartment. If we get lucky with that, would be nice. Then maybe 15th I already gonna be, you know, like unwrapping rather all my setup and starting the streams properly. So you're gonna try to keep like the downtime on this move as less as possible. So like before we leave on 12th of May, I maybe will do some IRL or something, because I'm most likely already gonna be packing the setup. So maybe I will already just do IRL. We'll see. Maybe I'll still do regular one and then pack in the evening. We'll see. Can rather not though, just because the time zones, right? I can be finishing kind of late in the evening, need to pack, and then early in the morning we go. Already will be just too stressful. So I guess on 12th I just kind of like IRL or something, with everything else packed. And then just already IRL from Georgia also probably for a day in Tbilisi. A little bit, like nothing crazy. Probably just go grab some food and everything. Maybe even in some places where we already been, because in Georgia, in Tbilisi I already streamed for 2 days. That was nice. I've been here. Out of like the main things that you instantly can see. And that you can instantly see. I've been a whole bunch already. But still not far from everywhere. That's mean that I also been on this mountain here. So we'll see. I'm gonna probably IRL for a few hours at least from Georgia, and then 14th, I don't know, I will try. Like I wonder how much. Let's see, from Tbilisi to Sadakhlo, I think that's the one they usually go through. Hey Portable, hello. How we doing, man? I think they usually go through this one, probably. Hakhtanak, I guess. Tashkent. Oh yeah, that sounds about right, I think. Sadguri. Oh, is it that? I wonder. Yeah, Bagratashkent Sadakhlo. Okay, this one is the one. So how much is this? 1 hour 24 minutes. I will see. I was kind of thinking Maybe I'll be able to do some sort of like... Wait, is it like... Oh, wait, did they finish like the mega road? Oh, no, it's a train there. Oh, train goes in. Because there was some sort of tunnel there they were building. Yeah, there is some tunnel, but I guess that's like a railroad one. Yeah, that's the railroad one. I see, alright. Oh, it's Yerevan Tbilisi train. Alright, I see that one. We're not gonna be taking the train though. Not gonna be taking the train. Yeah, we're gonna go by car with the driver. So you're gonna 1.5 hours. Then we cross the border, and then maybe from Armenia I already can like do the IRL. I have seen cars in Georgia too, so we'll see. Depends, I guess, when we start. Maybe I'll try to do some road trip stream from Georgia, then kind of pause a bit while we're crossing the border, and then resume. But I'm not sure how connection will be there. It's like it's gonna be like mega mountains here. There's gonna be mega mountains, and I'm not sure how connection will be there. Could be not very good, especially since I'm gonna have only like 2 SIM cards, like me and my friend. Well, I could talk with driver. I could kind of like yoink his internet there a bit too for the third connection. Maybe that'll be good enough. Alrighty, portable, enjoy the food. Sounds good. So yeah, this will be on 14th of May. I will try at least like part of the road trip probably. And then hopefully 14th, during the day, in the evening, we'll already like gonna look for the apartments and maybe find something. Then 15th, I hope we'll already find something for sure and move in. Because I need to like 15th evening, probably gonna be Dune release, so like at least 16th or something would be nice to already, you know, roll in. Roll out even. Spice must flow, dude. Like them doing like the early release in this case was like extra, you know, bonus annoying. Like if I'm getting that early access to it, that 15th is like 20th was perfect. Like our apartment here even ends up completely like our rent at 18th. And I was like, oh, we can like even leave, you know, like a day or two earlier, whatever, is fine. And then suddenly, boom, 15th release. The FOMO tax release. Ah, dude. That means we need to leave before 15th. And preferably having a few days also, because also no direct flights, right? So we need to kind of like... Well, we could, for example, like fly in Tbilisi and then hop the train in the evening. But it's still basically like not that much of a difference. I think we're going to stay overnight and then in the morning by car, going to be faster. Same price also, actually. It did pretty much like all this route. All this. This one shows here. I wonder if they go... Yeah, that still goes this way. 2 minutes difference. Yeah, I think they still kind of go through this usually. So like 3 hours 49 minutes to 220 kilometers and the border cross. And for that, the driver charges like 100, like 20 bucks basically. 120 bucks and you go. That's it. And last time we were driving reverse and move here. Don't think this road actually kinda even exists. They don't take this road at least. Like I'm not sure, maybe it exists actually. But they go this way. 7 hours 37 minutes, which is kind of fast because we took I think like 9 hours in the end. But that was also like the border cross, you know, that also wasn't like instant, you know, so probably like an hour was lost there. And for this he took 150 bucks for all this. 500 kilometers almost. And that was $150 for that. For all that, with all the luggage we had and everything, like no flight would be even close to that. Ah, damn, Steve, I see. Having a cursed day there. Alright, so yeah. Gonna be like some... Dude, what is this? There's also Baghdadi. I got the Baghdad there. They got the Baghdad in Uzbekistan also. Baghdad is everywhere, dude. Was somewhere here. Maybe not on this map. They're learning to navigate all these places, dude. Yeah, Baghdad. There it is. Got Baghdad everywhere, man. In every country. But yeah, basically gonna be like a couple of months of like complete fiesta, dude. Starting like next week. So like 24th, I supposedly will be back home again. Stream some games for... Like, what do we have there? So like 24th, so like 18th, 19th, 20th, like 18th I'm starting already in Tajikistan and Hujand. Returning hopefully 23rd, 24th. Streaming from home. Streaming from home, streaming from home, streaming from home probably. And I think 28th we're already piecing out in the western direction. So let's see. Gonna be 2 days in Samarkand. 2 days most likely, because Samarkand already like 1 day is not gonna be enough. That's gonna be a couple of days in Samarkand. So that means like 28th, 29th. And then we go Bukhara. That also is a couple of days worthy, I think. So that will be 30 and 1st. And then 1 day in Hiva. So that will be 2nd. And then evening 2nd, hopefully, or like morning 3rd, we most likely just hop on the plane here, because like 30 something bucks plane, I think. We go on the IRL basically, kinda, yeah. So like from 18th until like 23rd gonna be IRL, 24th is already PC. And then 28th until like 2nd or 3rd also gonna be IRL. Then I'm back 3rd, streaming at home. Maybe IRL in Tashkent. Like I kind of like didn't get to Kazakhstan. We'll see. We'll maybe like discuss. Maybe we'll kind of like extend this a little from here, you know. But that will be quite the trip, though. I'm not sure right now. Maybe I'll just on 6th or something. Just gonna take like a trip basically from Tashkent to Shymkent. Maybe. Not sure. Actually, how's the situation there with places to stay? Oh, that's also not that much actually. Deluxe double or twin room for 20 bucks. Oh no, that's good. All right, there's a bunch of stuff. 1 bed. Private suite. Sweet. I wonder if you can get the like the yurt hotel. That I would actually love. That would be really cool, but need to look into it. I was trying to find, I think there is like some sort of like cool stuff around like here in the mountains somewhere, with also like camp with yurts and everything. But I couldn't really find anything like booking it basically is a fiesta. Like need to call and stuff, you know, the good old style, and you know, calling to another country and shit. Maybe through Telegram or something you can though, so I will look into it. But the connection there also another question mark though. So maybe I will. Maybe. But that's not so sure. Because like we're gonna be finishing like on 2nd, so 3rd home. And it's pretty much kinda like 10 days. Yeah, literally 10 days until we're piecing out. 13th we're piecing out in the morning also, so like less than 10 days left, and maybe I'll just kind of like leave Kazakhstan for some other time already. Just to kind of not, you know, not overdo. Like 9 days just to kind of like chill. Still do like one more maybe from Uzbekistan here, from Tashkent. Just walking around also, whatever's left kinda. We still have this one next week in Tashkent. And maybe I'll do one more on 6th. Not a food gear one also on Wednesday, right? And then we're already leaving. 12 probably gonna be IRL too though, most likely. Because I like 13:30 in the morning, and because of the time zones I rather just pack things up already, you know, 12, so I'm like not you know, like in full chaos mode. So I pack everything, just go do a few hours of IRL around and just return, like, you know, pack everything completely, and we're ready, we're waiting, and in the morning we're piecing out. Also tomorrow I think should be fine, but maybe it will be a little later stream. We'll see, because I need to go like prolong my registration, because mine is gonna be over on 14th. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to the police thingy with the landlord, and Friday morning I'll need to pick it up. I'm picking up with the fast at least, but this might take a little bit of time. So, and that I also can do on my own, so I can do it whenever. And tomorrow I'll need, like, kind of depends on landlord, but I think we agreed kind of 10, 11 local time, so I should have 2 hours to deal with that stuff. So hopefully I will. So not late, hopefully. But if anything, tomorrow is longer stream though, because the reaction, the co-streaming, the co-stream is at 6 p.m. I think, European time, so should be good. So yeah, maybe Kazakhstan I will leave for later. No, I just was thinking maybe there's some of them yurts there or something, but doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. There should be somewhere though. Only they do have some like reasonably priced things. That is already good. But yeah, maybe we'll leave. Shymkent is also not anything like crazy there in terms of, like, you know, things to see. In terms of things to see. It could be really cool if we would our kind of like path west would also be continuing all the way in like Aktau. But that's basically from Hiva. From here we need to go to Urgench. And then I know at least that from Nukus to Aktau train takes 21 hours. And the problem is, to return back, you also need to go through, like, either need to go, like, through a bunch of, like, flights from here, I think, to Almaty, and then switching and go back to Tashkent, which is also more money, more time, or you need to do all the train shit in reverse, and that is just, bro, that's a lot of time. That's a lot that is just kind of sad with time. Like, it will be, like, overnight, for example, you just go to sleep, you know, and wake up there already, that will be good. But here you basically kind of go to sleep, and then you wake up and you still have like for half a day you just on the train. Just not that good when, you know, the time is of the essence. Alright, fine. So like next week already, Wednesday gonna be probably like the final. Already gonna be everything hopefully set in stone. Maybe even like the route